Hey, do you like multiplication?
Maybe. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's cool. I like math.
Cool.
What's wrong with you? I love math, love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you? I love math.
The graph below shows the distance in miles, m, height from my camp in h hours. So you're going hiking there, and based on the number of hours is dependent, the number of miles you travel is actually dependent on number of hours. So which hourly interval had the greatest rate of change? Greatest rate of change is just another word for average rate of change, which is just slope. Slope on a graph is rise over run, or you can use the equation from the previous problem. So basically what I have here is my slopes. So here I have a rise of, I'm going up 2 miles over 1 hour. So that means my slope is 2. From here to here, distance of each of these boxes is 0.5. So 0.5, and then 0.5, and 0.5. So 1.5 miles over 1 hour, so 1.5 miles per hour. So basically I'm just calculating the slope or the average rate of change. So here I have a rise of 2 and then a run of 2, or sorry, 0.5, 0.5, so that's 1 mile in 1 hour. So each of these boxes is a half hour, so I want to go 2. So here I only go 0.5 over 1 hour. So in this question, although it says greatest, I asked you for the least or smallest rate of change. That would be the 0.5, which is between hours 3 and 4 is the correct answer, not 1. 4 would be your correct answer. Match the following quadratic functions given the first column with the corresponding graphs. Okay, so here I have 2 graphs that are in standard form. How do I know this is in standard form? Well, I notice that there are no parentheses. No parentheses. Okay, what does that mean? You're going to have the standard form from your foldables ax squared plus bx plus c. Do you guys notice this strategy I'm doing here is I'm writing the form right above my given. Why do I want to do that? Is because then I can identify that the A is 1 in this problem, my B is 8, and my C is 21. The problem below, this would be A is negative 1. Remember, you can just write a 1 right there. And my B value, which is negative 12, and C value, which is negative 29. Alright, so what's the advantage of both of these? Well, the A value, if it's positive, this means it tells you a hint. Use the A value to help you to answer the question. So A is 1, so it's going to go up, and then C equals 21 is a y-intercept. That's the advantage of the standard form. Down here in blue, A equals negative 1. Remember, negative people are frowning or have sad faces. Negative people are down in life. And then negative 29 is where it crosses the y-axis. So let's go ahead and look at my graphs here. Okay, so notice my C value of negative 29 is somewhere down here, and this graph is facing down, right, down. So this is going to be the g of x graph. And then this graph up here, down here, you'll notice that the y-intercept is going to be a positive number up here, right? And it's also facing up. So this is going to be my f of x graph.
Question C says factor 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. A value is 2, B is 7, C is 6. A times C is 12, B value is 7. Two numbers that multiply to be 12 are 3 and 4, and they also add to be 7. So you'll notice that 3 and 4 go in the bottom left and the top right. Your A value always goes in the top left. And your C value goes in the bottom right there. Then you're just trying to solve this puzzle. 2x, you can't put the 2 up here because you have a 3 here. So 2x and x gives you 2x squared. 2x times 2 gives you 4x. X times 3 gives you 3x. And 3 times 2 will give you 6. So your answer is x plus 2 and 2x plus 3. There were... In question number 11, you'll notice that there is no symbol in between the parentheses, so you're going to have multiplication. So you can either use FOIL or this box that I'm showing you. I'm going to write one of these on the side and one of these on the top. It does not matter which one goes in the side or the bottom. And you're going to do the same thing with FOILs. You're going to multiply then add. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times negative 6i is negative 18i. 1 times 2i is 2i. And negative 6i times 2i is negative 12i squared. Now if I write all of these out horizontally, now we're going to add. So here I have the 2i plus negative 18i gives me negative 16i. Now negative 12i squared, I squared is equal to negative 1. And negative 12 times the negative 1 gives me a positive 12. So if you add those two together, you will get 15 minus 16i. Hope this was helpful for you on your quiz corrections. 16. You see the student who's not paying attention realizes that this is over here and they think that's the c value. Well, standard form says ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This has to be on the other side, so you just add it. Your c value is positive 16. Now it says solve. Now some students said you can use quadratic formula, but I want you to specifically solve it by factoring, and I'll change those directions for tomorrow's test. So when you factor this, you can do the x in the box, that's fine. What number should I put in there? Negative 8, negative 2. Those two numbers add to be negative 10, but multiply to be positive 16. This says solve, so I have to set it equal to 0. X is equal to positive 8 and positive 2. Let me show you how I would award points for the last two problems. Here, each of these, correct as they are, that would be a total of 3 points. If you wrote negative 16, you get 0 points for that. For this problem, it says it's out of 4 points. So if you factor it, I'm probably going to give you 3 points and a total of 4 points on this part right here if you have these two answers. So this one's out of 4.
Mathematics is a universal language. It doesn't matter where you are, in which country do you live, which language do you speak. Mathematics is the same for everybody. Wherever you are, you need math. True outcome. Math is life.